you only have two options. You're watching this video because you aren't happy with your life and you're thinking that I just want to start over, but I'm scared. Or you might be forced to start over right now. Maybe you lost a job, maybe you broke up, maybe something happened and you're like, I'm at rock bottom and I need to start over. I don't have a choice. I really want you to see how amazing this opportunity is in your life right now. Okay, let's talk about the fear of starting over. I can't count the amount of times I have had this feeling of starting my life over again. And I'm 24, really close to 25, and I am living a completely different life than I was 6 months ago. I'm not done yet. I've only just started and accepted this new journey and have gained more clarity over what I'm going to do and how it feels starting over and everything. And I thought, you know what? I feel like a lot of people have this fear of starting over. A lot of people, maybe they're stuck in a career right now for years and years and years and they want to change, but they feel like they can't. Or maybe they have the same friends group that they've been in for years and they know they're not the right people for them, but they don't want to change because they feel like leaving that group of people is basically starting over. So speaking from experience of, let me tell you guys a story. I was born in the UK, and when I was a child, after my dad left, I was moving different houses and flats every 2 years. And I changed schools every 2 years as well. I think I've changed around like 7 schools by the time I was 17. And when you're young and you just want to fit in or you just want a friend group and you're always changing schools, it forced me basically to adapt. So I'm grateful because I am very, very good at adapting. Every time I change my school, I change the people that I'm around, I change my environment. Every time I change where I live, I'm changing the environment. It felt like I was starting life over again. And then when I was 9, I moved from the UK to Hong Kong. It was changing my life completely. I had 3 different schooling systems. So I grew up in a school where it was all play and all fun, and I didn't learn how to read until I was 7 because we were all focused on like meditation. And then I moved to a normal classic UK school where it's like, okay, homework, after school play club. And then I moved to Hong Kong and it was like wake up, go to school early, morning exercise, finish school, homework club, stay in the library, work until like 10, get home by 11, repeat the next day. And then when I came back to the UK to do my GCSEs at a state school, and that again was so different. And then I ended up going to a grammar school for my A-levels, extremely different environment, extremely different people. And it felt like I was just constantly having to live a new life, restart. And then I went to university, and obviously when you go to university, everyone experiences a change. And then I decided to drop out of university. And again, my life changed because I wasn't in that university environment anymore. I was with new people, building a new startup. And then my co-founders decided to go different ways, and the team went different ways. And then I found a new team, new group of people, went on a whole new journey of building venture studios and going into different industries for the last few years. And now I am restarting my life from what it feels like 0, because I'm no longer working with people that I used to work with. I'm no longer in the same space that I used to be. Everything's changed. In the beginning, it was really scary. In the beginning, I felt so much doubt. I felt like I I felt lost, and I felt alone. Like, I felt so alone, and I felt like, come on. All I wanted was consistency and stability and something that I could really love for multiple years and not have to think about changing. And just hearing myself say that just makes me go like, ugh, that is not you. Like, that's like, life is an adventure. It's the fact that I get to start over so many times in my life, the fact that I get to outgrow my friends, outgrow people I used to be with, and reinvent myself. And I'm not talking about outer looks, I'm talking about like within who I am, my values, my morals, my boundaries, my passions, my North Star. I mean, my North Star hasn't really changed. It's just getting more and more clear. Like, how lucky am I that I get an opportunity to start from zero? How lucky am I to be able to be like, I have nothing to lose. Like, I'm already at rock bottom. Like, I can do anything that I want. It's all about perspective, and it's all about how you see it. If you're stuck in a job that you hate and you're scared that leaving this, I'm gonna break, I don't know what to do, I don't trust myself, or if you're studying at university and you're looking at how the world is right now and you're thinking like, I can't imagine being here for another 2 years, because that's how I felt. I was at university and I was in lectures, it just didn't feel right. And I was thinking to myself, like, can I stand this another year, another 2 years? Like, in fact, I should make a whole video about this, the fear of dropping out and how I got over it, because it literally is starting from zero and not having like a university brand to back you, to feel safe. Because at the end of the day, like, university, all it is right now is a way that companies can filter you out. It's like, oh, okay, you went to Cambridge, you went to Oxford, you went to Harvard, you know, you're a smart person compared to like someone else. And that's so flawed. Like, nowadays, people don't care about degrees, it's all about the results, but still there's a little bit of old school thinking still in our society, obviously. But yeah, I battled with this thought for like so long. It took me, to be honest, 6 months of being in that feeling before I decided to take the jump. And I remember being like, look, I come from a background where my single parent, free school meals, mum didn't go to uni, going to university is the absolute dream. And I'm here feeling like I really want to not be here. And remember talking to myself and being like, okay, presence, if you decide to drop out, you have nothing. You don't have a university, basically. You don't have that piece of paper to prove that you're smart. You don't have good parents to, you know, you can like rely on to get you into places you want to get into. All you have is you and your character and what you choose to do next. And that's both scary and empowering, because I've always been an A-star person in terms of like, okay, I've gotten the D's, F's, I've been the bottom of the year, and it's that like, no, I don't want to be here, that pushed me to become the top in the year in before uni, and just always getting the A-stars. And while like now I'm going to say grades don't mean anything, remembering that that's who I am, and remembering that the transformation I went through was going from the worst at school to the best at school because I worked really hard, gave me the confidence to trust myself and be like, you know what, I can figure this out, and I will figure this out. There was a time I had no idea how to do these divisions or differentiation, whatever, but look at me, I know how to do it now. And it's the same thing with everything. It's like, you know, I had no idea how to build a blockchain startup. I had no idea how to build a NFT rental protocol and all these, you know, smart contracts and like, you know, what's a wrapped NFT and all that kind of stuff. I had no clue. but we managed to build something that actually works. And I'm like, that is so cool. And now it's the same thing. Like, I'm working as a personal brand strategist. I've got a team. I'm learning so much about content. Like, okay, I don't have enough time to edit my own videos yet and, do it as good as how I'm doing it for other people, but I know I can. And I'm also now embarking on a new business, and I'm now intentionally planning it in terms of the different pieces that need to go into it. If you stop playing safe and start seeing life as just this whole epic movie where it's an adventure, you are the main character. There are villains and guides and people along the journey that plays a role in who you become in the process. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You are the main character. What's a good movie without, the hero hitting rock bottom? What's a good movie without challenges along the way and overcoming it? What's a good movie without transformation? Right? So it's like, enjoy the journey of starting over. If you can see how exciting it is, if you can see what's gonna come next, if you can just use your imagination and just put yourself into, the movie and see where it could go, and also realize that other people right now are stuck. Other people right now want to be in your position where they have to start over, or they are thinking of doing it, but they're too scared to do it. The person you're going to become, the character that you're going to have, the skills that you're going to learn, the friendships that you're going to make, the new people that you're going to meet, they are all going to be, it's going to be worth it. Sure, and I'm saying this for myself, like, it's not always this way. There are days, there are nights that I cry. There are days that I just feel like I wish things were different, and I wish I didn't need to start over, and I wish, I wish that it didn't need to end this way or things like that. But it's like, there's a lot of things in life that we wished were different, right? I wish I was born somewhere else, or I wish I was a different gender, or like whatever. It's like, okay, those are not the best examples, but it's like, when you accept that life is gonna give you lemons, and when you realize that, okay, got some lemons, but I think I can make a good lemonade, then that's when things change. That's when things start to shift. You only have two options. Either you keep thinking about the past and you keep wishing things are different, and you keep living in fear that you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know how to figure it out, you just have this sense of fear that you're going to fail. Like, there's all this that you can think about that all you want. You can, like, that's just going to make you miserable. What's the point? Or I can think of it a different way and be like, okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm now working, obviously, but it took me a few months to get to where I am right now, and I've only just started. I'm getting over the fear of making videos again. I'm getting over the fear of talking about, what I'm doing, and getting comfortable with talking about like content, getting comfortable with owning the fact that I am like officially someone that is working in the creator content space, because it's something that I'm quite new to, or I suppose something that I was really interested in, but I didn't like officially own that identity yet. During those moments of just pure silence, there is no one, just you knowing that, okay, I'm going to start over properly, officially, and I'm owning the fact that I am starting over. That moment is when you can let your imagination just take you to where you're meant to be. Like if you just don't overthink and you just let yourself visualize and you just let yourself be like, okay, where can I see myself going? Where can I see my life going? It would, like, your mind would just imagine things. At least that's how I think, and I would say I'm kind of overly imaginative. I am that kind of person because like everyone I talk to, I'm like, that could be a hook, that could be content, that could be this, that could be a story. So I am a storyteller, creative person. So that's just how I think. Your life is a game. Your life is an adventure. Before you're dead, you have everything you need to get back up and restart your life. And if you see it as a game, then it's kind of like, okay, you're playing Mario, for example, and you've died and you need to climb the same ladder again. Or maybe you've decided, you know what, I'm going to click out and I'm going to enter a different world. And that's kind of what I've done. It's like I've died and I've decided I don't want to play the same game that I was playing. I want to play a different game. So I chose a different world and I've entered a different world and I'm restarting. It's like, oh, this is new. This feels different. Where is the ladder? Where is the rock that I need to climb? Like, where is this? And just, one step at a time, figure it out. Believe in yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. Never rely on someone else to believe in you. The most important person to get belief, validation, support, love from is you. That's it. No one is going to give it to you. And if you get comfortable with the fact that oh, you know what? I am so comfortable that no one is going to give me the love that I want. No one is going to give me the respect that I want. No one is going to give me the support that I want. No one is going to believe in me the way that I want them to believe in me. Even if people say they do, they'll change. But the person that can control the levels of how much belief, how much support, how much love, how much courage, how much hate you want to get is you. So, yeah. Learn to be your best friend. That's all I can say. But that's all I wanted to share today. And yeah, I'll see you next time.